What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of my digital bookshelf, where I share with you pretty much the books I've been reading over the last 3 years for personal development and entrepreneurship. And today we're going to talk about Think and Grow Rich, which is written by Napoleon Hill. And today I'm going to share with you my biggest takeaway from this book and pretty much how you can use what I learned from this book in your own life. So Think and Grow Rich was written by Napoleon Hill, but pretty much he spent like 30 years or so interviewing the most successful people from the 20th century. So dudes like, Thomas Edison, Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, dudes like them. He pretty much just went around and interviewed these people for 30 years, just seeing what made them successful. And in the book, he breaks it down to like 13 principles. And this isn't just for money. Like this is, for life goals, for fitness goals, personal goals. This book will help you, grow in all those areas. I mean, rich doesn't just have to mean money. You can be rich in health, rich in life, rich in spirituality. So this book narrows down how do you achieve any goal for that matter. So the biggest thing I took from it was you have to harness the power of your subconscious mind, which means you also have to program your subconscious mind to get what you want as well. Pretty much there's 3 things you need to understand about the subconscious mind before you can, harness that power and program it. Subconscious mind is very powerful and more powerful than the conscious mind. But the thing about the subconscious mind is it's not in control. The conscious mind is still in control. The best way I've heard it explained is kind of like the subconscious mind is the garden and the conscious mind is the gardener. So the conscious mind has to take care of the subconscious mind because the subconscious mind is not going to take care of itself. And which is the second thing to know about the subconscious mind, that it's always working. It's either working on good or bad. So whatever thoughts you're putting into your brain or someone else is putting into your head, your subconscious mind is going to work with that. So that really made me become very aware of, what I was putting in my brain or what I allowed to go into my brain or what kind of conversations I was having with people. And even when I started reading more books, because I was putting that energy and those thoughts into my head versus somebody else just dumping a load of crap onto my brain, because my subconscious mind has to work with what I put in it. Accidentally, I can let somebody put some negative stuff in my head and just could mess me up if I'm not aware. So that's why everything must be done on purpose of what you put into your brain, or it'll fill up on its own accidentally with stuff you don't really want.
Mr. Schoaf gave me one of the greatest phrases when I first met him when he said, "Jim, every day stand guard at the door of your mind." How important. Stand guard at the door of your mind. And you decide what goes into your mental factory. Don't let anybody just dump anything they want to in your mental factory, because you've got to live with the results.
And the third thing to know about the subconscious mind is it's very objective. It does not know the difference between good or bad. It doesn't know the difference between positive or negative. It just takes what it has and works with that. So this is a really big eye-opener for me. It changed the way I looked at the world. It changed the way I watch sports. It changed a lot for me. I guess once you turn that part on and understand that, it's kind of hard to go back to looking at the world the same way. So let's talk about how to program your subconscious mind. First and foremost thing, you have to be clear on exactly what you want. Whatever your goal is, you have to know what that is. You can't be broad, you can't be vague. You gotta be like, I want $1 million by 2022 or whatever it is. You have to be very definite and precise with what your goal is, because that's how the subconscious mind can get the most and really hone in on what you need to do or what you need to get out of life to get that goal. The second part is have auto-suggestion, which is pretty much affirmations on constantly putting that goal and reminder into your head. It's either reading your goal or saying out loud, so many different ways, but pretty much you have to be repetitively putting that goal and reminder in your head and reminding your subconscious mind so that seed can grow and plant and come into a reality. The third thing is when you're reading or doing these auto suggestions and affirmations, really get emotionally attached and feel like you already achieved your goal. And for me, emotion has not been my strongest suit. But after having a kid, I definitely more willing to let that emotional side show with no shame. Not saying I go around crying or anything like that, but I'm very emotional when it comes to my son. That's just he brought that side out of me because I didn't want my son to not see, know who his dad really is, even from an emotional standpoint. The fourth thing you need to harness and control your subconscious mind is you have to visualize it. You have to really see it like you already have it. That's why people have like vision boards. I have a manual, which I'll show you here in a second, and which I'll show you even how I process these 5 strategies. But you got to have some kind of vision of what you want. Maybe some pictures you look at every day. Maybe it's putting something on your computer screen. Whatever it is, you have to visualize it and really see it. Then it becomes real. And the 5th thing is you just gotta be persistent. You gotta keep going. Be persistent and repetitive. Even those days where you feel like it's not working, trust me, it is. You have to stick with it. Make a decision and just go with it. They call this like burning the boat. So like make it no other option. Like when I quit my job, I was like, if I really wanted to be successful as an entrepreneur, I had to leave my job behind. I had to set some things up so that I could, and I knew no perfect time was the right time, but at the end of the day, I was like, yo, this is what I have to do, and this is what I'm going to do. The first thing I did, like I said, I got really clear on my goal, and then I would write it twice a day. I would write it when I wake up and write it before I go to bed. All right, so here's the goal. It's written here, and it's written on the back. And you see every day that I just write this goal over, just consistently. You see it, just every day. And then, so twice a day, I would write my goal down. And then I moved to a card, which I keep in my wallet. And actually, it's been ripped. I've been taping it. I had this goal for a long time, pretty much since I started this journey 3 years ago. But I had that same statement that was written in the notebook here, right here. So written on the front and the back. Then I upgraded. I had to get more visual with it because I was seeing it was starting to work. So I created my wealth manual, which is pretty much all my goals and how I want to achieve them. And I call it my Wealthy Life book, Divine Counters. And I have my goal right here and picture myself. That's my ideal body. Honestly, that's like when I was in the best shape of my life, trying to get back there. But I have that same goal written right here. And then I also had planned out my day. I have like the reasons I want that goal. Sometimes I write stuff on them, get little notes or quotes and stuff sometimes. But I have like the perfect day planned out, like where I want to live, like what kind of my house wants to look, what my house wants to look like, what kind of breakfast, when do I work out, just different quotes from different people that I admire, what I want to wear, my morning routine, when I stretch, just like basketball, that's my main thing. I love some hoops. So, but yeah, I just have the whole perfect day planned out. And I have like business plans in here. That way, if I'm ever down on my luck, I can always have a business plan I can go to right away and just implement that. So I would never, no matter how much money I don't have, I will never be broke again because I will always have the strategy to create an income like that with just a few resources. Because it's a skill. Creating an online income is a skill. It's like, it's not luck. It's something you do over and over. If once you learn how to do it, it's just like hard not to do it. And I know how to do it using digital assets. I can create a course. I can create an ebook. I can create so many options, but that's not what this video is about. But yeah, that's everything I took from, that was the main thing I took away from Think and Grow Rich. So check that out. The dope book. It's a classic. It's a staple. And yeah. And also, if you're interested in creating your own digital asset or creating your own online income, check out my free book, How to Create Digital Assets Fast. Pretty much shows you how to create a digital asset that you can either sell or give away for free to build, get leads for your business. But That's Think and Grow Rich. Until the next video, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.